I'm so sorry for your loss. Please accept my condolences. He will be deeply missed. I can't imagine what you are going through right now. I will pray for you. These are only a few of the words of comfort and sympathy that people receive from others after losing someone they loved. Perhaps you too have heard those words when you lost your parent, sibling, child, or a friend. As you can imagine, me being a priest, I celebrate many funeral masses. I go to wake services and to the cemetery for the burials. I hear those words of comfort quite often. I also try to comfort people in a similar way. However, I notice that most times the grief is so intense that these words of comfort become meaningless. If you lost someone you loved, then you know what I mean by that. You hear these kinds of words, but they don't make much sense when you are grieving. And sometimes during the funeral, or especially at the cemetery, some people might make a comment like, "Our life is so fragile," and "This is how we will all end up. So sad. Why did she or he work so hard all their life just to end up like this?" While pointing on the grave. And I am saying all this because I often realize that we put too much attention on death. We focus on the funeral and the tomb, all those things that make us scared and uncertain. However, each funeral mass is not about death, but it is about life and the resurrection. The celebration of the funeral mass is never a celebration of sadness and the end, but about a joy and great hope. Jesus gave us that joy and hope on Easter morning after he left an empty tomb behind him. He was raised from the dead and will never die again. More than that, he promises us the same. Yes, when we lose a person close to our heart, there is sadness, and we miss them, but we can't lose hope. We can't forget the promises of Jesus Christ. I must admit that I am also guilty of that. I too put too much focus on suffering and death, forgetting that at the end there is the joy of resurrection. I am just like Mary Magdalene, who came to Jesus' tomb early in the morning, and I am just like Simon Peter and beloved John. They have taken the Lord from the tomb, and we don't know where they put him. Such a tragedy. I focus on the Last Supper, a time of saying goodbye. Then I see Jesus, who suffered on that Good Friday and was crucified. And because of that, I keep forgetting that this is not the end. The end will come on Easter Sunday. There will be joy and there will be a new and better life. Aren't we all like that, especially when we get ill, old, when the difficulties of this life hit us suddenly, when others make fun of us, reject us? And then when we die, and people say, "Life is too short," we all will end up like this. I'm so sorry for your loss, please accept my condolences. But no, it does not end like this. No, life is not that short. No, we will not end up in the tomb, we will live. And this is the greatest promise of Easter Sunday. Don't focus on death only. Don't remain under the cross. Don't look at the tomb. Rather look at the risen Lord and thank him for conquering death and for giving you life. And tell others, "Don't be sorry for my loss. We don't end up in the tomb. We will live." So let's go to work and happy Easter.